that you have to implement in your business. Who here wants to make passive income from whatever network marketing business they're in, or whatever business you're promoting? Okay, cool. Well, here's how you do it, guys. Is you've got to set yourself up for passive business, and I kind of hinted on this on Friday a little bit on the Skype thing. Is one of my biggest strategies, and those of you who remember me from Marketing Survival Skills, one of my biggest strategies on Facebook was to just chat with people, and I didn't really have any purpose for the chat. And you're probably thinking, what? I didn't really have a purpose. I just started chatting with them and finding out more about them. I didn't really want to pitch them or show them anything. All I wanted them to do was go to my profile, was the whole entire goal. And the reason I wanted them to go to my profile is because I had a little message in a box under my picture, and it just said, learn how to make money, or watch this 3-minute video or this 1-minute video on how to make money, how the average person makes money from home, or something like that. It was this really simple message. Click here, and then it had a website. And that's all I did, is I would just go around and I would chat with people. Now, why did I say that was effective in passive marketing? Well, because here's the deal. You're not selling anyone anything when you're chatting with them and then they saw my message here. Now, is that still the same in Facebook nowadays? No, because you can't really passively market like that on Facebook anymore, because they don't allow you to put links and stuff right here. But you can still passively market if you do like a pinned post or something nowadays, if you wanted to. So yeah, there's still ways, but I still think chatting on Facebook is vitally important. You can still do the same thing, but you have to have some kind of call to action eventually. But it was actually really funny, because I would literally go and chat on Facebook with no call to actions ever, and people would opt into my page. Interesting, huh? So that brings me back to, what are some other ways of getting people to opt into your page without really having to do call to actions, or really focusing on the sales or whatever? Well, I'm going to give you some ideas and point them out. So number one is, obviously you can do the pinned post on Facebook, but just make sure it's doesn't look spammy. Okay, and then you obviously chat. Okay, we kind of talked about that for a second. So basically, let's say you write a post and then you just pin it at the top. So let me just show you an example of that. So if I click on highlight, is how you do it. Let's see. Then whenever someone goes to your page, it should be the first thing that pops up. Usually, maybe not. Maybe it just shows up. So yeah, you might have to do it for that day. Put it to the top, or change the. You guys know you can change the time of the post, which is kind of funny. I didn't know that either. But yeah, you can change where you want it in your timeline. So let's say change date. You can change it to December. Let's see. Actually, I think it might only be able to do it in the past. Okay, whatever. But anyway, you can just do a new post for that day and then start chatting with people. Okay, that's one way to passive marketing. Okay? The second way, as we talked about it on Friday, is Skype. Set your mood editor with a link to something, and then chat with people on Skype. Very, very effective passive marketing strategy. Okay, let me show you guys my email real quick. Did you guys know you can set your actual Gmail to send out an email automatically to people? You guys know that, right? So let me show you this real quick. A good marketing friend, David Wood's brother, Aki, I'm on, he actually joined my list, which is kind of funny. He joined my list, and every time I send out an email, I get an auto reply from him. And look what his auto reply is. Okay? Thanks for your email. I got to be honest with you. I'm pretty much never checked his account. If you email is important, send it to. And then he gives me his real email. Okay. Do not put that email address on the marketing list because I will either immediately unsubscribe or create a filter that takes your messages to the trash. If you're emailing me for customer support, try blah, 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 blah. If you aren't working with me, well, then what are you waiting for? I'm here to help people make money, but can't unless you take action. Check this site out, enter the training, and you'll probably learn something. And he basically passive markets every single person that ever emails him. Isn't that interesting? So anyone who ever emails him that email, he sends them this email and markets to them passively. Did he actually do that? Did he actually send that email out? Did he actually do anything? No, it just automatically went out. So how do you set that up? Well, it's really easy in Gmail. You just go to your settings. So this little gear thing. And then you set up what they call a vacation response right here. Now, I don't have it in my main email account. This is my main Gmail. It's kind of like how he has his main email as well. So I don't have it set up in this one, but on all of my other emails, I have it set up, and I'll show you one here in a second. But here's the third way, and then I'll show you that other account. So email, auto, responder, in your own Gmail account, okay? You just turn the vacation responder on, and bam, okay? Then the third way is the signature. Now, who in here had all this stuff set up already? Who had all this stuff set up already? I'm just curious. But yeah, here's what I have in my signature. So anyone, Evan, awesome, cool. Travis, Cecilia, cool. So here's what my signature says now. Is it basically anyone who ever emails me, I reply back, and it doesn't matter, they all get this signature. Okay? This is kind of like passive marketing. Because here's how it works. They see my image, they see my Skype, which I have a little blinking thing on Skype. I can't see it on Macs, but you can see right here I have a little code. So if they go to my Skype, they kind of see that. Then I have my slogan I like to say, and then work with me. And then I just have the prosperity link right there. It just goes to my blog. Okay. The partner with me on my blog page. You know how I told everyone to create that page, partner with me page. That's all that goes to. My work with me. So that goes out to every person who ever emails me in a signature. Is my image linked? No, it's not. But you know what? That's actually a good idea, Jerry. I actually learned about that from another marketer. You want to learn how to get more clicks in your emails? Well, link your name, your images, all that stuff to the website you want them to go to. A lot of people think that the name link will go to a blog. If you just send them to the capture page you want them to go, it's kind of like tricky, but it's kind of funny. So they might click that and then they'll go to the capture page you want them to go to. But yeah, I learned that from another marketer the other day. But yeah, just link different things to wherever you want them to go. They'll just click it and go to where you want them to go. But yeah, you can link your image. That's perfectly good idea, actually. But I'll probably send them to my blog because I actually like people going to the blog. But yeah, anyway. So that's just like another quick passive marketing signature, email autoresponder, Skype, pinned post. I guess it's called highlighted post. Okay, this is something I haven't implemented yet with the new timeline, which I'm actually going to start again because in the past we just used that little picture box, but that's no longer available. But I'm kind of excited that they allowed the highlighting post on Facebook again. So what my plan is, just so you all know, is to post my blog post for the day. So for example, I'm going to go to Facebook, I'm going to post my blog for the day, and then I'm going to click on highlight, which is going to expand it across the view like this. Then I'm just going to start chatting with people and then allow them to see my highlighted post when they go to my timeline. Make sense? So that's my new experimentation, which worked for me in the past. So I'm 100% confident that it'll work for me again. Because I think that kind of stuff is, what do you call it, evergreen? Okay. So that's the next one, signature. You can also dive into voicemails and stuff like that. We won't get too far into voicemail advertising in this webinar, but yeah, you can set up a voicemail that leads people to a website if you would like. I usually send them to my Facebook or my email whenever they send, leave a voicemail or whatever. But I highly recommend you still call your people back when you're not making a lot of money, because that's your opportunity to show them you're a real person. But once you start getting into, really high incomes and a really big team, then you're going to want to start supporting your team in a more of a group environment. Does that make sense? But in the beginning, I honestly think, because this is a people business, if you start, neglecting people, then they're gonna not want to buy from you. Okay? And then they're just gonna think you're a guru and and never want to really, do business with you anymore. So definitely don't set your voicemail like, oh, I don't ever answer calls and leave me alone, definitely give them a call to action to somewhere where they can get a hold of you if you do not answer phone calls anymore. And my voicemail basically tells them to email me to set up a time to talk with them, and that's kind of how I do it. Cool. Rod Stinson does dial and ditch every day. Cool. Yeah, and there's still people who are very successful that still call people, believe it or not. Okay. Is there any other passive strategies that you guys can think of inside this mastermind that I left out? But these are some of my favorite ones. There's obviously more. Actually, there's one more that I wanted to mention. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know too. But our blogs, guys, very important. Almost left this one out. Our blogs have to have a link to whatever company you're building. Okay? On either the sidebar. Now, here's an example of one that doesn't have it, the Daylink Network one. But let me show you one that does, and then let me show you another one that does too. Let's see, team. Does anyone know what Chris Records one is? I forgot what it was. Take massive. Okay, there it is. Thanks, guys. Okay, let me give you guys a couple examples here. So I have a partner with us. I have internet marketing tools, top internet marketing tools. But here's something that I'm actually working on. That's why my Daily Income Network one is not optimized yet. This is what we're working on, is having some kind of bonus. So you see how he has like, would you guys agree we have a lot of bonuses and a lot of, what do you call it, team benefits? You guys agree that we have a lot of team benefits? Well, why not on your Empower blog put that? So like right here, you know how he says my Empower bonuses, why don't we make a page that talks about the prosperity team? Think about that. So anytime anyone ever goes to your Empower blog, why not talk about our prosperity team? 100%. I think that's a very, very good idea. And I've known this forever. I just haven't done it on my own blog, my own Empower blog. You know, in past blogs that we've done, you know, there was another company I was in, and it was, I'll just say the name because it's not really around anymore, but it was like ROI or something like that. It was like a travel deal. And we did a blog that had the exact same thing. It was like literally, you know, bonuses, you know, team benefits of our team and all that stuff. And we were like the number one recruiters in that entire deal because it just works, you know, really expressing our team benefits to the entire community, and people looking at the company, they're like, wow, that's a lot of cool benefits. So yeah, I really highly recommend you have some kind of passive, and that isn't that passive. Just think about that. Someone comes to this blog, they read one of his blog posts. So let's say they just go to one of his blog posts and read one, and then they see this little link here. That's pretty passive, isn't it? Yeah, you can. You can promote anything you want, Carol, on your Empower blog. Okay. And why not create a bonus? Yeah, exactly. We can create a bonus that we can put on our sidebar prosperity training, and that's all you can do. I mean, if anyone has a banner that you want to donate to the prosperity team, then let us know, and we'll put a banner on our sidebar. So if Adam creates one, I'll let you guys have it too. But anyway, I just wanted to really cover some of those passive strategies because this is vitally, vitally important. Another couple that we do in each and every blog is obviously work with me. We put that in our signatures. Again, I highlight right here, passive marketing. This is literally, just so you guys know, even if you have those little doubts, I want you to ask yourself the first ask the question, how is that serving me or whatever. But I want you to think about this. This little link here, work with me, and all these little things like it used to be the picture box in Facebook, Skype little link thing that we talked about on Friday, my email autoresponders, and that reminded me, let me go log into one of them just to show you mine, because I showed you Aki's. Let me show you mine on one of my other emails. But all these things have recruited me hundreds of personally sponsored people. Pretty crazy, huh? Just the passive stuff. Just the passive stuff. So it does work, and this is how I do it. I give out quality content. So the formula is I give out quality content, okay, and then they see my links. Pretty easy concept. and then we'll get right into today's Q&A. There wasn't a lot of Q&A today, so I wanted to cover some in detail here today. So again, this is one of the emails that I'm opted into a million people's lists on. People send millions of emails to it. It's not really a real email, but I do have a vacation responder, and this is exactly what it says. Thank you for your email. I rarely check this email, so if you need to get a hold of me, email me at, and then I give them my real one. I'm a pretty busy person nowadays with our business, but I do want to support you, so I will do my best to get back to you within 24 hours. If for some reason I don't, just resend your email so that it's fresh on my mind. I'm not ignoring you. And then make it a great day. And then right here, I said something like, I'm not sure if you're looking, but we're currently working on a project that can put some extra cash in your pocket and possibly retire you in 12 to 24 months. If you like what you see, great. If not, no big deal. And I just put the link to the business there, and it's a chance to work with me personally. And I just kind of made a little joke. Who wouldn't want to do that? But anyway, I just kind of put that out there, and who knows how many people I've got to opt into this website because of that. I didn't track it. I just put it there. So that's the email I did. You saw Aki's. Very, very passive, very, very easy to set up. Every time someone sends me an email, it replies back. So it could get annoying and they don't have to send me any more emails. So this is kind of my philosophy. If they opt in or they're getting my emails and they're sending me emails, if someone sends me an email, then I have the right to send them back one. Make sense? So if they don't want to get my auto reply, then they should just stop sending me email. Correct? Who's in agreement on that? Right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with an auto email. They don't want it, then they don't have to send me an email. And that's just the bottom line. Cool, cool, cool. So anyway, my friends, that is the quick marketing tip. I know it was a little bit longer than quick, but I think it's very, very important. Yes, we can return reply, but we cannot spam them a link, as stated. Yeah, exactly. You can't spam them a link. I just passively ask questions and things like that. So cool, cool. You agree? Awesome. Okay. So anyway, let's go into the Q&A portion of the webinar. And again, we will end about 5 after the webinar. All right. On our EM blog, under settings, under writing settings, should we have boxes checked for remote publishing Atom or XML? You know, I don't really know what that means, like by definition, but there is a service out there that allows you to spin the content from the internet and then apply it or automatically send it to your Empower blog, which is kind of one of those iffy things that you should do. If you do use that service, make sure you really spin the content. But yeah, there's a tool out there. I forgot what it was called. I did buy it, and I'm testing it as well to see if it works. Aki had it. I'm trying it out. But yeah, it scrapes content, spins it all for you, puts it in a draft on your blog, and then you can go through and edit it and make sure it looks okay. It's one of those iffy things that, you know, you never really know if it's going to mess it up or mess something up. So just be careful whenever you use automated tools. But anyway, in order to use it, you have to have this thing enabled. The Atom Publishing Protocol enabled, and then you have to click save. Again, I don't know what that actually does or means, you can probably Google it and find the definition. But yeah, that's the only exception I've ever seen that you needed to have that on, is if you're having something like automatically post to your Empower blog for you. So I'm guessing that's what that means. Autumn Publishing Protocol. So that's just like allowing outside applications to post for you. Okay, Christian says those two options just allow third-party tools to post to your blog. Okay, good. So that's exactly what that means. So yeah, just check those if you have third-party tools that need to post your blog. And then just a side note on Empower, they actually changed a couple of the settings. Have you noticed? There's not a lot of stuff there anymore. They got rid of the privacy setting. They got rid of a whole bunch of the settings. I think because there were some people using the reading settings and messing everything up. Like I actually had a couple people, not on purpose, but mess up their blog, their Empower blog. Like they changed the reading in the permalinks, and it completely messed up their blog. Has that ever happened to anyone in your downline or whatever? It completely deleted their blog. Not deleted, but like they couldn't access any of the links, and it just completely messed it up. So Empower deleted those options so that you couldn't mess up your blog anymore. But good news is it's still SEO optimized, so you don't have to worry about any of that. But I'm actually glad they got rid of it, because I was kind of tired of trying to support people in the downline that have lost their blog because they changed a setting. So this just makes it more no-brainer for all of us. All right, cool. Okay, would you please run through the copy and paste content image from the top of the video? Daily, I have trouble getting the video and the image. Okay, that's a good question. Basically, I'll explain how you do it real quick. On our daily assignment, you can copy and paste text like this, but you can't copy and paste videos, unfortunately. So let's say you're on your Empower blog and you do a new post, add new post, button pressers. Yours is screwed up again after you fix it. Nice. I think that's why they changed that, Jerry, so we couldn't change those reading settings anymore. Okay, so here's the deal. You can actually, and here's another rule of thumb real quick. If you paste, okay, let me just go back to this. If you copy and paste regular text like this, then you need to make sure you paste it in the visual side. If you paste code, then you paste it to the HTML side. So wherever you're pasting, so if you're copying and pasting from the front of the blog, then you paste it to the visual. And then that will allow you to have all the images and things show up. Okay? So here's how it's going to look when you first copy and paste it over. It's basically going to be like this. You just copied the text, and that image will be pasted over. So at this point, it's now up to you to go through and okay, this is the hand image right here. So you're going to have to actually go down where underneath the blog theme it says images. It says top right image. You're going to want to grab that image, and you're going to manually throw it in at the top. So just click upload and insert. Just going to click on view or from URL, because we already have the URL. And you're just literally going to paste in the URL. Serve, or I don't know, whatever you want to say. How does it serve me or whatever. Just put in a title, maybe an alternate text. And then right here, alignment. So if you want it to the right of your text, choose right. If you want to send it to, okay, then insert into post. Now, as you can see, it's too big, so you can resize it. click on it, grab the little corner, resize it. I usually make it about 200. Or so. Just like that. Okay? And that's how you put the image in there. Now there's other settings you can go through if you want. You can click on the image properties and make the spacing between the text and all that good. Like if you click advanced settings, there's other things you can do like vertical space, horizontal. If you're ever wondering about spacing, that's where that is. I usually set those at 15. Not a big deal if you don't do it. It's just something that perfectionists need to know how to do. So I'm sure there's some perfectionists in the room. Okay. And there you go. So there's your little image, and now there's still other stuff missing, isn't there? Well, what about the video? Well, now you just go over to where it says videos. You click on YouTube video, and then you grab, you click share, you click embed, and then here's the video. And you can change the width and height and all that here. I always change it to 590. And then grab the embed code. Come back over to your post, and then wherever you want this video to be. So let's say right here is where it should be. Listen to how the statement helped me in my life. You're going to click on the HTML section, and I do believe there's another way to insert a video in here. I think if you said something like upload and insert, let's just try it out. No, that's not it. I thought there was another way where you can put an embed code in there. I don't know really, but the easiest way for me is just click HTML. Right where it says listen to how the statement helped me, then right underneath it, paste the embed code, click on visual again, and then there you go. Now you've got the video, you've got the image, you've got the text. So now the only thing left is to click on the images and make them link to where you want them to go. You click on the image, click on the link, and then right here you add another image of you. You write your name, you write your Skype, put a link to one of your businesses, put a link to one of your PS lines, change the subject of the day right here, and you're done. Blog post complete. So it shouldn't take you that long. I mean, how long does this usually take you guys to copy and paste my blog over? It shouldn't take you that long. It should take, 10, 15 minutes at the most. All right, cool. 5 to 10 minutes, 2 minutes. Yeah, minutes. So it just might take you a little while in the beginning when you don't know anything. But how to get to the advanced settings again, if you just click on the image where it has delete or edit image, that's where the advanced settings are. Click on the image, and then that's where the advanced settings are. So some of you had that question in the box there. All right, good stuff, good stuff. So I wanted to walk through that anyway. Some people are new in here, so I think that's important to understand. I actually had to train my wife on how to do this too. So don't feel bad if you don't know how to copy and paste all this stuff over because the videos and all that doesn't go over. Sometimes it takes a little training to make it work. All right. How do you add another product into GBO autoresponder? Well, you don't really, you don't add a product, you add an email that links to a product. So the real question should be, how do I add an email? And to add an email, you just log in, click autoresponder, click messages. So I'll just show you that real quick, and then we'll cover one or two more questions. All right, so autoresponder, messages, add follow-up. And then you just write the email and then link to one of your websites, whatever product that you're selling. So how do you add another product to GBO autoresponder? Well, you go in here, you add a follow-up message to your autoresponder. You set it to a day you want it to go out. So if you want it to go out 2 days later, then you write a subject line, you write an email, and then you link to a website with your other product. And no, they don't have an attachment, I don't think, but you can upload your Word doc to like the internet somewhere, and then just put the link to that in here, or even Google Docs. I don't know if you guys knew that, but you can upload your Word doc to Google Docs and then link to that doc through Google Docs, which is kind of cool. Are they talking about adding another list for autoresponders? And yeah, and if you're talking about adding another list, it's just the same. I mean, just campaigns, add new list, et cetera, and you just gotta go through their trainings. But yeah, that's basically, it's all right here. And then they have, it says right here, need help, training videos. It'll tell you how to create a campaign. It'll tell you how to add messages to the campaign, how to put a web form on your website, pretty much everything you'll ever need right there. And then if you have roadblocks and stumbling blocks, then you can ask them in this mastermind. But go through their tutorials and actually do it first, and then you'll find that it's a lot cooler. Can you upload a PDF to Google Docs? I believe you can, Steve. Does anyone know the real answer to that? I think you can. Okay, last question, and we'll call it a wrap since we started a little bit late. I use a plugin, Personal Blog. It helps me create related article links to my posts. I link to my own posts and Power and Personal as well as others. Question is this: when I get a ping back, it shows up as a comment. Is there value in improving it, or should I just trash it? Don't like how the pingbacks look in comments. Wonder if there's SEO value. You know, I don't really know if there's really much SEO value in pingbacks, and I've never put them on my blog, to be honest with you. I think the interaction on the comments section, whether it's good for SEO or not, I look back at Google's terms. Remember that we talked about Google's terms the other day? What is their biggest thing on Google's terms? Whoops. Google's terms is make the site user friendly. In your guys' opinion, if you look on someone's site and all those comments and they're just a bunch of pingbacks to other blogs and links going all over the place, it doesn't even say anything really. It's just a random, what do they call it? A random pingback link to something, and you're just like, what is this? It's not even really a comment or a question. It just looks funny to me. You know, and anytime something looks funny to you, what do you think your users are going to say? Wow, that doesn't look very good. So you want to do your best if you want to please Google, which is probably a smart thing if you want to be ranked on Google. Then you probably want to do your best to make it as user friendly as possible, and that includes your comments. Make sense, everybody? Okay, do you have an Ian person testimonial video on your blog? No, I don't. I don't think so. Google Plus is now blogging. Nice. All right. Cool. So I think that's good, and Kevin brought up a good point here. Google Plus is now blocking Empower links. Well, here's my opinion, guys. I'm with Empower for the long haul. I know Google, Facebook, they're all trying to, be that little thorn in our side or whatever, trying to make us quit or whatever they're trying to do. It's not going to work, by the way, because there's always a solution, there's always a workaround, there's always a way to make money. In fact, when Facebook blocked me and blocked our Empower links for the first time, there were some people who quit. There were some people that looked at that and they're like, "Wow, I'm out of here." Okay. And you know what happened is they went on to build. I actually knew a guy, and it makes me kind of laugh, but there was not 100% commissions. That was his philosophy. Well, I'm thinking, and he's like, and he thinks that's wrong. You shouldn't advertise like that. And I'm like, who in here, just out of a show of hands or whatever you can comment, who in here knows of a company in MLM that doesn't have an affiliate fee? Well, there's some companies out there, but that doesn't have an affiliate fee, but they don't include it in the commissions. Who knows of a company that doesn't do that? Or that does do that, include it in the commissions. I don't know how I'm wording it, but think about that. There's lots of companies out there that have a 30% commission model. How many of those include it in the commissions? Their $19.95 website fee, right? Or their $20 or their $30 a month website fee. Is that included in the 30%? Or do MLMs just pay on the products? Do they pay on the admin fees or do they pay on the products? Of any legitimate company that you know, do they pay on the admin fees or do they pay on the products? And they have an admin fee, don't they? Most of them. Interesting. So that's just like saying, okay, this MLM is paying 30% commissions, but that $20 admin fee is not included. So that's a scam. They're not really paying 30% commissions. But you see what I mean? They're not really paying 30% commissions. You would never say that, would you? So it just makes me laugh when someone's logic is that. You know what I mean? That's why it's misleading, because of an admin fee. It's like, give me a break. And then their company that they're in has like a double admin fee. Like the company that he's in is like $49 a month admin fee. Are you kidding me? You're trying to bash a Empower Network $19.95 admin fee, and the company you're in is like $50 a month admin fee. Wow, that's definitely interesting. But yeah, I had to point that out because it's really funny how some people are. And in my opinion, and then the other point you made, and then we'll call it a wrap, is he's like, yeah, it's 145 a month, and you only make 125 a month. Does anything else, just out of your guys' opinion right now, what is better than that on the market? Think about that. What costs 145 a month and pays 125 a month? Even if his new company is so great and they don't have that